right, welcome back. Another episode of the Rough Rigs Supercoach podcast.
We're back.
We are. Look, I'm seeing some green and I'm not used to it. I don't know what to do, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a lot of green.
There's a lot of green.
Orange or red.
There's normally plenty of red, but not this week. Still a pretty shit week, to be honest. I thought I'd be seeing red, but 1,255. Pretty happy with that, considering the week I had. I made some questionable decisions, and we'll get into that in a second.
I don't know about one of them.
Yeah, it was. Look, there was a few too many hard solos consumed on Friday watching the, and yeah.
You got to put your pride to the side sometimes.
Don't drink in Supercoach. is probably the moral to the story here. Yeah. But you know what? It actually worked out semi-okay, one of them. The other one was a bit of a disaster, but...
I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't...
It didn't work out.
It wasn't world-breaking.
Yeah.
You're trying to be different.
Yeah.
You're just average.
Anyway, so 1,255 went up slightly, which is nice, a couple thousand spots. Slightly. So into the top 27,965.
Hey,
so
is that my account?
Yeah, no.
From last season?
Yeah, there you go. So heading in the right direction at least.
Yeah, going up.
Going up. So
there's only one way to go.
That's it.
From here on.
So hopefully the floodgates opened and I keep moving forward, trucking along.
Yep.
I doubt it, but we'll see. So
confidence.
Let's go into my team. Now we start straight away into the hookers. Maxi Plath with 15. Now there's a story here. Obviously I had Harry Grant. I was happy to hold him because I thought it wasn't a long-term thing, but then just before kickoff,
hamstring.
he came out, or someone came out and was like...
Me. I typed it in the chat for you.
No, I didn't see it. No, I knew he had a hamstring.
Oh, okay.
But I thought I didn't think it was long term. But just before that game, I think it was Craig Bellamy came out. He's like, 4 to 6 weeks.
Ooh.
So I'm like, well, fuck, he's a sell then.
Yep.
The problem I had is I had to trade to someone. That's normally the problem that what you get when you trade.
That's what happens.
So I was looking through the options. There were a couple of good ones. I like the look of Jeremy Marshall-King, but his leg was gone. So... had a leg infection or something, so I couldn't go with him.
Yeah.
Then I don't know who else. There was other options that just wasn't going to work. Basically.
Yeah.
Who played the first game? Seagulls? No, it wasn't me anyone from them. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I've settled on Maxi Plath. I was out of him or Egan. I was kind of tossing up between the two, and I was like, Plath. He got named at hooker. I'm like, he might go all right. Pretty solid. Pretty reliable, He won't let me down, Maxi Plath. He let me down. He got injured.
Can you blame him though? Did he let you down?
He did. He went off injured. Hurt his foot. 15 points. So that was a nice use of a trade. But it's good. It's all right because they were saying fucking Yvonne Sampson, she was going off saying it was, 2 months injuries. So I'm like, well, fuck's sake, that was a waste. But he's been named, so good news.
Beautiful.
News. So it all works out in the end.
Stinger.
But anyway, Max, he was shit. But Sandon Smith, he was also shit. And he didn't have an excuse. He didn't get injured. He was just awful.
It's for me time to move off Sandon. He's, I don't know, man, 80 minutes a game. And
his break even's 52.
But he's playing 80 minutes in the middle.
Yeah.
Surely.
I think he'll come good. He didn't really have any attacking stats. Panthers were pretty good, so...
Yep.
I'm happy to hold him for now, I think, for another week. 57, he's, very capable.
37.
Or 52, he's very capable of getting that. So
yep.
I'm not too worried about him losing cash. All he needs is a little try assist or something, which he's pretty much regularly got. And he does offer really good buy coverage. If you have a look, Roosters offer probably the best out of anyone, plays around 12, 13, misses 14, but they're the only team on the bye in round 14.
Yep.
Plays 15, 16, misses 17, but again, the Roosters are the only team on the bye. So they play all the major bye rounds, all the minor bye rounds.
Yep.
I'm looking to probably hold him for now, but again, if he plays this week and plays shit and gets 25 points, then we might have to have that conversation.
Yep.
Payne Haas was very good. May was very good. Scored a try. Not much more to be said about them, really. May was a pretty popular captaincy choice. If you went him, well done to you. It's, works out pretty well.
Yep.
Horsburgh 53 played limited minutes with Hosking coming back. He kind of played all through the middle. So it looks like Horsburgh probably might get a little bit of a reduction in minutes. break even 55, so he's probably going to score still around then. But yeah, 48 minutes last week. I'm happy to hold him another couple of weeks. Again, he probably plays Origin, so he might be a trade in a few weeks' time, but I think he's a reliable 50 to 55 at minimum. So
yeah, he does enough.
And then if there's any kind of in-game HIAs or anything like that, he's going to play. He's going to be the first one that plays that 65-minute role. So happy enough with that. For the second row, Tino, 69 points. Can't complain with there. He was pretty good. I don't actually know if he was good or not. I didn't watch the game, to be honest.
Done his work. Was hardest worker on the field sort of thing.
Yeah. No, I didn't watch any of the Sunday games, and I don't think I watched any of the Saturday games either. So you're going to have to do the tough carries here.
Yep, it's all good.
Kikia, I brought him in. So there's a story here as well, okay? I had whoever I had, Nat White or something. Oh, Seyfarth, the great Seyfarth. I had him in.
Yeah.
Wanted to get rid of him, obviously.
Yep.
And I wanted to for Feeder. We were pretty confident. We spoke about that on the podcast.
You loved him. Yep.
I was happy with him. Had him in, and then he got ruled out with an ankle injury. So traded him back out. Needed someone because I didn't want to play Seyfarth. He was annoying me. I wanted to go Couchman then, but by the time I realised Fafita was out, Couchman had already started playing, so couldn't go there, which would have been nice because he scored 90 points. And then Friday morning, woke up, had a couple drinks, and I was like looking, just having a look, back and forth, and Kikia caught my eye. Negative 15 break even, looking good. And my thought process here, right, is Preston did really well. We started the season pretty slow, then moved to the left and started all of a sudden was really getting a lot of attacking stats. His base picked up. So I thought Kikia back on that left-hand side, I think there's merit there. And 49 points when he looked not that great, to be honest. I think he gave away 6 penalties.
That's what Kikia does.
It's a hard watch.
He's a defensive juggernaut.
The ref warned him. The ref warned him
every set.
Don't get involved, Kikia, in like any kind of like melees or anything. Yeah. And then there was like 3 melees after that he got involved with. So I'm like sitting there like, fuck's sake, he's going to get sent off. But he didn't. So the ref was a liar, basically. But it worked out well. So 49 points. He got the offloads away. I think the attacking thing is going to come as well. So I'm actually not too upset with it.
Okay.
I would have rather Couchman, but yeah, I don't hate the play. I think it could be a nice little pod. Hopefully. It could completely backfire as well.
Yeah, we'll soon find out.
Yeah. Nicholson, 43 points. Still played 80 minutes though, so I'm not too worried about that. His role has stayed the same, so I think those attacking stats will come. He just kind of didn't go much to him, I don't think.
Yeah. Different game plans.
Yeah.
Different teams.
Thomas Can, again, didn't watch the game. I don't really know what he did or didn't do. But
he was one of the maybe 3.5 Knights players that gave a shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Legit. Miserable.
Yeah. Obviously, back to the bench now. So, might be time to sell him. His break even is 21. So, you could probably sell him or hold him another week. It's not an urgent thing, but he's probably not going to make much more money now. I got in Egan. Got him in.
Just solid. Always solid.
Didn't play him for his 49 points, which kind of looks like a bit of a masterstroke, but the truth is I just forgot to play him. I wanted to play him, and then after kickoff I realised I didn't play him. And I was like, fuck's sake, he's probably going to score at 120 now. But he didn't, so it worked out all right. So Hubner, he got knocked out and got 20 points, so again, another one where his price hasn't been named to play this week, so he's not an urgent trade out. But his price rise has probably taken a bit of a halt for the time being. Cleary, put the captaincy on him, 116 points, no tries, no try assists. So I don't really know how he got it, but
someone said this like he's just getting fairy points or they wizard
wizard points.
They were calling it some weird shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think he has because fuck me.
Yeah. I don't
care. You
care.
have to do much
I'll take
on the night.
116 points.
Meanwhile, Carras is busting his asshole out and getting 80.
Yeah, well, unlucky. Adam Reynolds, 54. Don't really know why I still have him in my team, to be honest, but he's just kind of hanging around. I can't get rid of him. I probably can't get rid of him this week either because I've got more important issues to deal with. But, yeah, I kind of want to sell him because he's got the Bulldogs this week. I don't think he'll score well, but...
I think he's going to die.
Yeah.
They're going to crunch the shit out of him.
Yeah. So...
They're going to force Ben Hunt to take over.
I want to sell him, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. See if I can make it work. But, yeah, probably not. Munster, 55... Yeah.
Can you stop giving away dumb fucking penalties?
He seems to start really well and then just like fade. Like I swear like every game, like 20 minutes in, he's on like 45 points and you're like, fuck, he's going to score plenty. And then he like still ends up like 55, 60 every week. It's so strange.
This one I'll give him an excuse for because they got pumped.
Yeah. So. But even when they're the ones doing the pumping, he's like...
Yeah, I get it.
20 minutes in, he stops. He gives up. Doesn't have the stamina.
5 minute man. Gets in, gets out.
Yeah. Jaden Campbell, he didn't play, so that was good. He's got to go. I think he's out 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, they're going to struggle without him there.
Yeah, got to do something there, 5'8". There's not too many 5'8" options, but we'll touch on the ones that we're looking at. Because there's a couple of all right ones.
Tricky's probably going to start knocking on that door.
You're lucky, Tricky.
I'm liking the way he's playing. Just eyes up footy. Don't worry about structure. Fuck the structure. Just play what you see. So,
Garrick, 39 points. A lot of people looking at. I've seen around possibly selling him.
This is the Garrick I know and love.
I think you keep him. If you've got Garrick, he's end of season keeper. Like he's going to end up in the first or the top probably 3 or 4 centre wings at the end of the season. So, yeah, I don't think he's a sell. If you held him for this long, like he's 700k. Yes, he lost 54,000 this week. He's got 103. He could easily get that. He scores a try, he probably gets that. So we know what he can do at his best. 157 he scored against the Raiders in round 3. Like he's very capable of that. That's his absolute floor, 39. Like he's probably not going to go lower than that at all. With that goal kicking, it certainly helps him. And he gets involved. Like he does take a lot of runs. Yeah. He does his thing. So... yeah, I'm not too worried about that. He'll come good. Gregory Marju.
Happy.
134.
Glad they went his way.
The big Gregosaurus.
Finally.
Got about 50,000 tackle breaks, which was nice.
Yeah, and then tried to offload one. I'm like, just if he can stop those little errors, he gets 150. But I'm happy with 138.
I'd rather him offload more. You get more points for an offload. Yeah, but
he's offloaded him to the Sharks' hands, dude.
You still get a point for that.
Offloads it to the Sharks.
Doesn't matter. It's an ineffective offload. It's not an effective one, but it's
True.
2 points out of it.
Yeah, he played ball.
If he just takes a tackle, no points. So
they
keep offloading to the opposition, Marju.
Sharks had a game plan. Kick to Marju and don't kick anywhere else. And it benefit us.
Yeah.
Supercoach players. So
how did he look under the high ball? I didn't watch the game, but...
fine, actually. It was probably the most confident. Look, he caught him, but there was a couple that was slipping through the old grip before he had to readjust.
Yeah, that's all right.
But not much kick pressure. The Sharks didn't give a fuck. Yeah. They were cruise control in the second half. Yeah, it was boring.
Oh, go Greg. Shibasaki, 55 points without really doing a whole heap, I don't think, looking at his stats. 55, I'll take it.
Yep.
Thought he'd be in for a little bit of a big game. I thought the Broncos would absolutely kind of smash the Warriors a little bit more.
Up the wires. Tipped him.
Yeah.
Thanks, Walsh.
There you go.
Thanks for the freebie. Love you.
So 55. I think he's probably a sell coming up. Got the Bulldogs this week, breaking even at 50. Probably not going to lose a whole heap more money, but I don't see him scoring big against the Doggies. I don't think anyone does. I think they're probably the only team, the Doggies, that I'm worried about Supercoach wise, just because their defense is so good. So
menacing.
Jenkins, 38 points.
Time to sell and upgrade.
Might be looking at selling him 48.
Hey,
his
we'll
break
the cash,
even.
Though. 200 plus.
The problem with him is Casey McLean just doesn't want to pass.
Yeah, it's legit the only thing.
While Casey McLean is inside of him or playing inside of him.
Wow. Penrith got some deeper issues. Fucking hell.
Well, while that's happening, I don't want to be anywhere near Jenkins. So
I don't think Jenkins wants to be anywhere near Jenkins.
There you
Tamale
go.
on the bench. That's a ouch.
Tamale, 89 points. Played him last week against Parramatta for his 20 odd. So I thought, well, if he's not going to score against Parramatta, then he's probably not going to score against anyone. Then comes out and gets 89 points against the Titans. So
mate, you discredit your team far too much.
They put 50
They're
on
back,
it.
baby.
They put 50 on it, so I thought...
That's why he had a cam chair on the wing. He didn't have to do a thing. Hudson Young and the boys.
Robert Toyer, 58 points rather. Scored a try, so happy with that.
Yep.
Happy to keep holding him. I think his break-even is 22, so still a little bit more money to be made by Big Robert. Yep. Teddy, 65 points without really doing too much.
Yep. I'm happy with that.
So
He
no tries, no
didn't do
try
much.
assists. Yeah. Iongi, 76 points. Probably should have been a lot higher if he didn't get sin bin for what was pretty ridiculous, I thought. I was watching it live, so I might be a bit biased. I didn't have the benefits of replays.
Replay was big.
Yeah.
Stafford had the ball. Stafford was about to grab the ball and start running.
I thought as he was getting the ball, he was getting tackled.
Nah, so Stafford went to grab it, and then the thing I had hit him, and then it folded Stafford like he then fumbled the ball.
But he's allowed to tackle him once he
but
touches
he
the ball.
didn't have the ball yet. It was like he was just about to touch it. The beauty of replay.
So there's millimetres in it.
Oh, like millimetres.
See, it's not a deliberate then. It's not a professional foul because he hasn't gone and deliberately taken someone out without the ball. He's just got the timing wrong slightly.
Well, he's got the timing wrong, but it still technically falls under taking the player out without the ball.
Yeah.
I guess. But what's the difference of taking a player out in a play leading up to a try to that? Shouldn't they be sending that off too? Like blokes just randomly hitting blokes in the line?
That's probably worse because it's deliberate.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not deliberate. It's not a deliberate action.
But because he's...
Like, fair enough if he's nowhere near the ball and he's tackled him. That's completely a deliberate...
I think it's because Iongi was last man in the line because Stafford had burned the inside man on the kick. So...
I think a penalty would be sufficient there. But in saying that, the hip drop shouldn't have been a penalty either. So, it goes both ways. Yeah, but
when Moses didn't blow up, I'm like, okay, if Moses isn't blowing up, it must be fair.
Yeah.
Because he's the biggest blow-up merchant.
And Kalen Ponga, 46. I wanted to hold faith in him. He hasn't really repaid the faith.
Bro, I can't do it. I don't know how to do it anymore.
The problem with Ponga now is he's 590k. Like you can't even really sell him anymore because he's lost so much money. You can't really anyone you want to trade him to is almost 800k.
People have you know what the biggest issue is? People have like teams. Every team has worked him out.
Yeah,
either kick to him or kick to Maju. He's going to pass the ball off to the winger.
Yeah,
every single time, every single set. The Sharks bombed to him. He'd pass it off to the young winger. Schiller could be a buy. The amount of touches Schiller's getting from Ponga's kicks, returns, 3 meters, 3 tackle bumps, like, bro.
Have you got Ponga?
Yes.
What are you doing with him?
I'm selling him this week. I'm so sick of it, bro. I'm going to pick him up when it's round 14. They're coming dead last, and they need to win 8 from 9 to get in. That's when I'll pick him up because that's when he'll start playing football. I don't know why he does it every single year. So talented. I don't get it.
I think you're too far in now. I reckon just at his price, like he's lost so much money, you kind of got to ride it out.
I'd rather get fucking Will Kennedy at this point, and he fucking isn't exciting. He's just a good, solid, all-round fullback. Like, give me something, Ponga. I'll go through my team quick. Cenan Smith, boo, 37. Peter Mamazoulis, 43. Payne Haas, 85.
What are you doing with Peter?
I'm going to keep him. I'm going to
breaking him at 52. He's probably made his money.
I think he's going to hover around that 450 all year. Payne Haas, 85. Team A, 102. Hamish Stewart, 21. I've had him since the start. Preston, 88. Tino, 69. Corey Horsburgh, 53. Nicholson, 43 on my bench. Thomas Kent, who I didn't play, 56. And Egan, 49. Cleary, 116. Hines, 65. Munster, 55. Kiraz, captain, 84.
Wait, Kiraz?
Happy with that. 64 base.
He didn't do a whole lot, like in terms of like it's not like he scored a try. Got a try assist and a line break assist, so that's 20 points there, but still 64 in base. Like,
mate, he's a
the tackle breakings were there, the offloads were there, which was really good to see. I think he'll be up there in the top probably 2 or 3 averaging centre wings at the end of the season.
Everyone wants him this week. I've been speaking to everyone, they want him.
Yeah, it's just tricky his price. Like he's 702k, his break even's pretty high as well. His break even's 75, so it's not like he's going to go up. The
scary part
hugely, but
he isn't scoring yet, and they use him a lot to score.
Yeah,
so wait till
if he gets a try there, there's probably 90 points. So
that's what I mean. It's
90 points to 100 points. Like
Greg Marju 138. Stafford Toa 40. That could have easily been a 70.
But it wasn't.
On a different day. Shout out Iongi for taking him out. Tamale, 89. Tommy Jenkins, 38. Jesse Arthur's on my bench with a solid 45, so I didn't hurt too much. And then Robert Toya, who I haven't really played much, with a 58. Ponga, 46. Clint Gutherson, 57. And James Tedesco, 65.
I've heard as the rains come down, Jesus Christ.
Good luck editing this, Will.
This might be a tough listen, this. But
tough carry.
But Jesse Arthur's, what are you doing with him?
Well, he's not gaining nor losing, is he? He's only losing
He's kind of hovering around. He's doing it enough. He's getting that one try to get him to 45. But if he doesn't get a try against the Doggies this week, break even 64, he could easily score 15 or 20 and start losing money pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people with Gutho as well. I don't have him.
Yeah, I'm going to keep him.
You've got him.
He barely did anything.
A lot of people, a couple of 50s.
Yeah.
A pretty high break even now of 139.
I'm okay with it.
I'm seeing a lot of people looking at trading him. If I'm a Gutho owner, I'm probably holding.
I'm holding.
Just because he's done the last 2 weeks, 1 try assist, 54, 57. He's just so involved in that Dragons attack.
Yep.
So I think he'll come good if that's kind of his floor. I think you take that when you compare it to someone like Ponga, whose floor's 20.
Yeah.
I'd be comfortable holding him if I had him. Obviously, I don't think I'd trade him in, but
yeah, I'm going to keep him.
Yeah,
he offers a lot more than Ponga, and that's all. That's the bottom of the barrel for me at the moment.
Well, that's kind of the theme of the week, isn't it? So
I don't know, man. Fuck, such a talented fullback. And the other thing with Carraz is be careful because he's in. He might get selected for Origin.
He could
with Ty's hamstring, with Lomax's foot. He's the next best guy.
Yeah.
You'd have to say.
Yeah.
And the Blues notoriously love guys that just get after it. Wingers especially. So, with Turbo's injuries, Latrell playing 6/1. I know Latrell's going to get one centre spot. Crichton probably is locked into the other.
Yeah.
Carraz looks like the next guy, really. So
I think so.
And he can play both spots.
Well, that's the thing with Carraz. Does he play Origin? And then if he plays Origin, then is he a buy or do you kind of,
See, I think he might play.
Wait?
I think he might play unless Lomax makes a miraculous foot recovery.
Well, I think Lomax
weeks.
will be back in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So if Lomax is back, he probably plays. And Toto, he hasn't played much either. And
the hamstring, it's a hamstring. This is the scary part.
It's the year of the hamstring, isn't it?
Well, it's never affected Toto, but it's finally hit him.
Yeah.
He worked so hard for so many years.
Well, that's what his work rate and everything. He's kind of due for some hamstring injuries. Anyway, we'll go to the team list. We'll touch on the key ins and outs, I guess, more than anything. I won't go through every team this week. Because we're in a bit of a rush, but
I got work tonight.
Bring them up yourself and read through them. You're very capable of that.
Yep.
Broncos and the Bulldogs, first game in for the Broncos. Reece Walsh is out. He's got that big injury.
Yep.
So he's probably sell. Cobbo, I think, is the one that goes to fullback.
I like that.
That's one to watch.
Brother.
If I know there's a few teams kicking around with Cobbo in it, I reckon you're laughing.
Mate, look what he done when he was last at fullback.
474K.
Ponga, see you, bud. Might be a little... Because Reece is out for what, 4 weeks minimum, they said? A month.
Yeah. So, I think he'll be touch and go to play Origin, basically. Wow. So he's gone at least until probably round 12.
Man, Queensland have actually got a tricky decision to make now.
But break even of 83. So you don't have to go this week, obviously against the Doggies. I wouldn't be going this week, but it's one to definitely have a watch, see how he plays.
But if anyone's going to be that against the Dogs, it could be him.
Yeah.
Big body. He gets after it. I like Cobbo. I used to hate Cobbo. I love Cobbo's game.
He just gets so much more involved at fullback. He's kind of...
It's like he wants to run more. He's like, I'm in. Get me involved. I'm not stuck on the wing. 2 basic carries every 5 minutes and I'm back out.
And then the Doggies, not really much changes there.
No.
For the next game, Roosters and the Dragons. For the Roosters, Angus Crichton, he comes back in. The
Anzac Day clash.
Yes, the big one.
Big one.
Big one. How good is it?
Bro, one of the best games on the calendar.
But yeah, Angus is back, which is good. Whatever he had, groin or something.
Yep.
And for the Dragons, not too much changes. I think there's, Hamish Stewart. I think he's out this week, and there's another one on the bench, but nothing really Supercoach relevant there. Next game, New Zealand up against the Knights. For the Warriors, again, a couple of changes to their bench and stuff like that, but I don't think any major kind of reshuffles
Warriors
there.
by fucking murder.
Well, Chance is back in, actually, which could be a little option.
Where are we?
We're in New Zealand, wherever that is. Apollo Projects. Yeah. There you go.
Crazy.
Not Mount Mart, is it?
Still in New Zealand.
Yeah, still in New Zealand.
Third leg.
They still do well there.
Fuck me.
But yeah, Chance, he's back.
He's back.
So that causes some reshuffles.
Yep.
And then for Newcastle, the big one, Dylan Lucas is back in, which is pretty Supercoach relevant.
I'm going to wait a
because
week.
it brings Kant back in.
Yep.
We'll touch on him now. Lucas.
Just can't go to the bench.
Because this is a big thing. Kent, he goes.
Can't.
He goes back to the bench. So he's still in the team, but break even of 20-something. He probably only plays, I don't know. It's so hard. Like he's an out-and-out second rower, isn't he?
Yep.
Kent. So.
But I think he's physically capable enough to play in the middle.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how they use him. So you could hold him a week and see, but I'm pretty happy to move on if you've got someone that you want to go to.
Yep.
But yeah, Dylan Lucas, 75 and 97 in his first two games, that 97 with a try. 21 is his break even. So if you're going this week, like if you're waiting a week, he's going to be more expensive, but how's his minutes going to be?
Always
like,
tricky.
is he going to share minutes with Kent?
I think he
or
does.
Does he play 80? Does he go straight back into playing 80?
They're playing the Wires, big pack. So
it wouldn't shock me either way.
Yep.
I'm leaning towards, and this is just pure speculation, I think he goes back and I think he plays 80 on the edge.
Yep.
I think if anyone goes off, I think it would be Kai Pearce-Paul.
Yep.
Just because Dylan Lucas was so damaging on that left edge, and they need something.
Yeah, Kai Pearce-Paul hasn't really taken off like we all thought he would.
Yeah.
So
they just need something, Newcastle, and I think they're a better team with Dylan Lucas while he's on the field. So what we've seen the first two rounds, they were kind of almost a completely different side. So
they need a coaching change. I'm sorry, but Adam O'Brien.
Yeah, he can't coach, but.
He's lost the locker room. It's quite obvious. Saifidi left. Why would Saifidi leave? He's the main forward. It all makes sense now.
Yeah.
People leaving the club. It's Thompson's gone this year. Then there's
Anyway, Dylan Lucas to be in there with Kent is a big super coaching news. The next game, Melbourne and South Sydney. For Melbourne, I don't think there's a whole heap of changes. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. For South, Latrell back at fullback. Jai Gray goes back to the bench, and they have a young bloke on the wing.
Do you think it's just because it's Melbourne?
No. I think they've...
Paul Gray.
I think they've kind of, after the last week's performances, they're like, no, that's it.
Yep.
Bring him back. Bring him back at fullback. Because he didn't look great at 5'8", Latrell.
I think it was a test.
I think he needs to be fullback. I don't think he's 5'8".
Yep. Fair.
But we'll see. So he could be a buy. I think his break even would be pretty high because he scored.
But it's Latrell.
Average.
Big game player.
Latrell.
Storm coming off a loss.
His break even is 146. So I don't think I'd be
do you
going
get on him next week?
I don't think I'd be going him this week. But next week, after he drops another 60K against Newcastle.
Then the Broncos, who have looked a shell of themselves, into the turmoil Tigers.
Yeah.
Warriors seem the most tough out.
It's a pretty good draw up until probably around 14, 15.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Newcastle Broncos. Wow.
Could be an option. Probably. Yeah. As I said, probably not this week against Melbourne, but from next week onwards
for one more week in that case.
Yeah. Now, the Cowboys and the Titans. For the Cowboys, not really any changes. I think Nanai comes back in the starting side,
he has been good,
and Bateman comes back into the team
since
as well.
He got dropped. Nanai's been very good.
Yeah. And for the Gold Coast, big news: Fafita is back. I thought it was more serious. They sounded more serious. the Titans, but he's back. He's back. So
he's back, baby.
He could be a potential buy. I was looking at him last week. I was keen on him last week.
Yep.
I might go him this week, I think. No, I can't do that. Probably can. I'll find some money and I'll get Can up to him, I think, is my thinking there.
Yep.
Actually, who have they got? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I reckon I do that.
That's a Titans. Who knows what they're going to pull out?
Yeah, that's it. Meany's back actually as well for Melbourne. We didn't touch on, which is big news for Pappenhausen.
I was sad.
Because Pappenhausen has been kicking really, really well.
Nah, it goes back to me.
Do you reckon Meat goes back to Meany?
Yep.
He's been outstanding with the booty. He's barely missed one.
With all the lower leg corks and bruises that Pappy's been getting the last couple of weeks, I want to keep him just to doing fullback stuff.
Yeah.
I think Manny gets it right back.
I think
Manny's a better kicker. Let's face it too.
I mean, the way Pappy's been kicking,
he hasn't had many sideline kicks, to be fair.
I don't know.
Manny's good.
Yeah.
I know you want him for Supercoach, but I think Bellyache
Pappenhausen, if he loses a kicking, I think he really doesn't. He really drops in his
100%
relevancy to me and probably a lot of people.
Or maybe just to give Manny a week in. Pappy gets this week.
Yeah.
And they look forward once Manny's more acclimated back to the...
That's a good word, acclimated.
He was going to be my whole season hold, Manny, and when he got that injury, because he was killing it. And when he got that injury, I was very upset.
Panthers and the Manly Seagulls. For the Panthers, not really any changes there, I don't imagine. But for the Manly side...
The Gulls.
One big major change. Tom Trbojevic, he's back at fullback. It's caught my eye. I'm not going to lie.
Manly, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to think about them.
When he got injured, I'm like, nah, never again. But then I've seen his name and I come crawling back.
Panthers?
I just come crawling back.
Ever since Cherry announced his decision, they haven't won a game.
Yeah, but they haven't had Tom in that period.
They had him for one.
Did they?
He got hurt.
Yeah, well... He's back.
It's the curse of Cherry, dude.
His break even's 172, so I probably won't. I won't go this week.
No, go this week.
But next week after he loses, 80K.
Yeah.
Fuck, could be a good buy.
Because they got the bye. Don't do that.
Oh, after the bye.
Yeah, Sharks.
Round 10 against the Sharks. Oh, that's a good draw too. Sharks, not it's pretty tough. But then the Cowboys and Parramatta, 11 and 12. Broncos 13.
I say this with the utmost respect. Every game for Manly is going to be tough. They just, I don't know.
Newcastle 14. Titans 15. Tigers 17. Souths 80. That's a pretty good draw. He probably doesn't play Origin.
Is it Para a different side, bro? I don't know.
Defensively, they're still poor. I'm pretty keen. I'm not going this week, as I said, but round 10...
I'm going to steer clear this season.
He might find his way into my side just quietly. I think going... maybe Iongi up to him could be the go. I'm excited. He excites me.
Take your risk. I'll be steering clear.
I think a lot of people will, but Turbo at his best. We know what he can do. He's
I've been saying
he's the best player in Supercoach when he's on.
Been saying this since 2021, but it's like...
He's just got to stay on the field.
We need to see something. We haven't seen something for a long time.
I mean, we've seen bits and pieces.
We've seen glimpses.
He just can't stay on the field. That's his problem.
And then when
he's got to be due for some luck.
And then when Manly get beat, they don't just get beat; they get pumped. Like poor guy.
Yeah. Anyway,
sadness.
There you go.
Being a Manly fan. Cherry double backflip incoming.
Double backflip. That's
Bring
impressive.
back the Pride jerseys.
Moving on. The Canberra Raiders and the Dolphins.
This should be a very good game.
Yeah, I think it will.
Dolphins have come to life.
Yes, they have.
Qatar with 16 tries.
Well, Molo, he makes his debut for the Dolphins, which is good.
Boo.
Obviously, Max Plath, he's been named, which is exciting for me.
Yep.
And only me, really, because probably not many people have him. And that's kind of it, I think.
Yep.
In terms of the big newses.
Yep.
I don't think there's any other news that I can think. Oh, actually. Yeah, no, there's not. for the next game.
Excited.
I was jumping the gun. I was looking at the Tigers logo and I thought I was talking about the Tigers. The Tigers
I'm going to
up
this.
against the Sharkies up at Leichhardt
Bought tickets.
on the hill.
First time going. I don't know. The girl bought tickets. George's friend.
Yeah.
First time going. I'm excited to Leichhardt.
Yeah, nice.
Very excited.
The big news for the Tigers. He's back. Lockie Galvin.
Shock. Can I always say, can Fox Sports get fucked? Benji backflips. Benji wanted to pick him, guys. Benji was very open about
Fuck,
this.
that's going to be awkward watching, like, having Galvin walk in, though, after all the shit that's been said.
But they're professionals.
Oh, I don't know.
There'd be a lot of teams in a lot of, like let's just say Moses doesn't like Guffo, and there would have been a lot of people like that. They're just professionalism.
It's different, though, when you come out publicly and you're posting saying that these blokes are...
If you're going to...
And then Galvin's come out and he's issued bullying letters to him.
No, he's manager. That's a bit weird.
I think there's,
I get bullied every week for supporting the Sharks.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I don't know. I don't know how they can bring him back after dropping him
they'll be professional.
and saying what they've said about him. I can't see it working.
It's all business for the Tigers. They want to get his maximum. Hey guys, look at how good he is. Come get him early.
Nah.
Look at Riles on the post game. Did you see that?
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah, we're definitely looking at him. Oh, fucking Riles.
It'll be interesting to see how he goes because I just can't see it working. But anyway, he's back.
I think
he could be a buy.
Yeah, he'll be back.
He could be a buy.
He's in for the rest of the year.
I might buy him.
100%.
Well, they can't drop him again now.
Well, unless he's playing like absolute dog shit, no. But he's in.
Now that they've brought him back, you can't drop him again.
Benji never wanted to drop him.
Yeah.
Like FYI, Fox Sports and your riders, put your name next to your work, cowards.
There you go.
Benji backflips. Benji never wanted to fucking backflip. He wanted to pick him last week, but he got forced out of it.
Oh, there you go. Exclusive.
Shut up the way.
I did hear some rumours though that that it was Benji's decision to drop him.
Of course, it starts with the head of the snake, but like he doesn't want to upset the guys that are going to stay there for the next 3 years. He wants to keep peace between. I get it. It's a tricky one.
Righto, Buzz.
Listen. Well, what are you not thinking about? Is the photo of me with the women back in the 60s.
For the Sharkies, any changes? Nothing.
No hero. Sadness.
Still no hero. So good news for Hiroti owners.
The second hero, I think it's got to be next week. It's been 3 to 4 weeks now.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hiroti though, playing very well.
He is. If you picked him up last week, I didn't want to go near him because I thought Hero could be back, but he did really well.
I think Hero's back after Magic Round or Magic Round.
I think he's back for Magic
Round. Very
close. Yeah. But yeah, we kind of talked about the big ins. Turbo's back, Galvin's back, Lucas is back, and Fafita's back. Crichton's back as well. So huge ins.
Yep. Keen.
Yeah. Now, one person that's not in is Jaden Campbell. You like that little,
we spoke about this
little transition?
Yeah, I like it.
So
you work for Fox Sports.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Jaden Campbell, who do we get in for him? I think most people have him at 5'8". If you've got him at 5'8", it's pretty dead, really. Like outside of Campbell himself and Munster.
Hey, since you're so far down, are you going to take the ultimate risk here?
There's not a whole lot. Now, I'll say the options here.
If you catch my drift, Mr. Galvin.
I'll catch your drift. Dylan Brown, I think, is the next best option.
Correct.
Especially now that Moses is back.
The running game, how good did he look?
Would not go this week because the Eels have the bye.
I'd do it.
That'd be,
do it.
Not the smartest move.
Especially if you're in our comp, just do it.
So that's a problem there. So, you might need to look somewhere else. Now there is the great Lockie Galvin. He's back. And you know what? I think job security is pretty good, as I said.
He's stuck.
They're not going to drop him again.
Unless he's hurt, he's not losing. He's not going out.
They can't bring him, they can't drop him, bring him back, and then drop him again.
They won't. They've made
the decision. Right,
wanted him there.
They're a better team with Galvin in it. They're going to keep him there.
Benji's going to pick him even if he has an ankle sprain from now on.
Yeah. I think he's more likely to keep his spot over Luai at the moment, like the way things have panned out.
But I get what you're trying to say.
I think he's very secure. And I don't think anyone's going to go him because I think people that went him...
Oh, they're scared as fuck.
If you started with him, you're selling him, you're not bringing him back. And I think people are very, very cautious of what kind of gal... And the job security is good while he's at the Tigers. How long is he going to be at the Tigers for?
Actually,
that's the only question mark I would have.
Spanner in the works. When Fainu's back, does Fainu start playing 14?
Yeah, probably.
To try and acclimate him to next year.
But I still think Galvin...
You can't drop Galvin.
I don't think they drop him, no.
The talent. Look, they weren't bad on the weekend.
And especially with the bullying kind of thing, they're probably worried the Tigers of a legal case. So they're,
No, they won't go that far.
I think they will.
Fuck. Bullying? Grow up.
Well, the legal letter's been sent out.
I know, pretty wild, eh?
It's pretty wild, but
one Instagram. Look, Taruva's a fuck.
The Tigers don't want to go to court over it.
Taruva's a fuckhead, but I don't think he's getting bullied.
Yeah, but I mean that's what the letter says. So
hey, we live in a time where
whether there was actual bullying or not is irrelevant. Like,
mate,
as a business and an organisation, the Tigers are going to look after legally whatever they can. They're not going to put anything at risk that's going to put them in the courtroom.
Mate, grow up with a disability and then come talk to me about bullying.
There you go.
If that's a bullying he's copping, I would have taken that my whole life. Fucking hell. That's a laugh.
All right. But yeah, there's him. There's not a whole lot of other options. Adam Dewey, maybe. The centres.
Yep.
He's been named in the centres, obviously, this week, not at 5'8" again. He could be an option if he's got that goal kicking still, but it doesn't excite me. The only other option is Matty Burton that I'm thinking about. 83 break even. He's got the Broncos this week. Didn't goal kick last week, which
I think it was just first week back sort of vibes.
So I'm hoping he gets the goal kicking back.
Who had it?
Hey,
who?
Crichton.
That's right.
But 65 without any kind of major attacking stats.
And he dropped 3 balls.
Pretty good. He did.
Bombed 3 try assists, 1 try. Literally.
Yeah.
He could have had 150.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So I'm kind of looking at Burton. I don't know how popular he will be.
I don't think he will.
But I think he's probably the best option. I think he's...
You'd likely think he's going to be 18th man for the Blues again, respectfully.
The other one, if you like a real kind of fucking throw at a dartboard here, Cody Walker at 350k, one of the greats of Supercoach in the past.
Too many niggling injuries. He's getting hurt what seems to be like every game recently, like it's something, a cork,
but now he's playing with Jaden Nikorima as his halfback. He's playing 5'8", Jaden Nikorima at halfback. Does he probably take more control rather than having a halves combination of himself and Latrell Mitchell?
You'd hope so. What happened to Dodd? Gone? Dropped?
Like he's always been a low base player.
But I get you, when he's up, he's up.
But in saying that, like, I don't know what his job security is like. Like, he got subbed off. Like, he didn't get injured or anything.
He was pretty
like, Wayne just fucking hooked him.
Max,
if he has a couple of poor performances like that again, he probably finds his way out of the team. Yeah,
he's getting into that age where it's starting to... his body's breaking down.
But he's just such an appealing price. Like,
I
350k, he's never been that low in his life.
I get you. I'm completely with you.
Just throwing it out there. Anyone else really doesn't really...
If you want a risky one with... two risky ones with huge upside.
You like Trindle?
Trindle's starting to catch my eye. Now, if you can get rid of those intercepts every single week...
450k.
Yep.
Is a good price. Last 2 rounds, 55 and 51.
I think 50
He just does not have any base.
That's the issue. When he's running to score.
Yeah.
He's not running to take a hit up. It's to run through. So, But the other one would be Nikorima from the Dolphins.
Yeah.
He's just sort of taken reins of the team with
He looked
Katoa.
good.
Him and Katoa have looked really good.
Again, same thing as Trindle. Very, very low base.
Yeah. I just like what he's been doing.
He did a lot on the weekend. Scored a try assist. He looked really good. That's probably him at his best, and he's still only got 65. So
Galvin's a risk bar with Fainu coming back. I don't know. I don't know. There's really no one to look at.
AJ Brimson, 46. Again, same issue as all the others. Really low base, and the Titans are the Titans. They're very hit and miss. There's not anyone screaming out. Honestly, Galvin's probably the best bet. Like, Galvin and Burton are the 2 better buys this week, but both have like insane question marks about them.
Yeah, massive question marks.
It's a tricky one.
I don't know, dude. Good luck with that.
It's a tricky one.
Good luck.
Have you got Jaden Campbell?
No.
You don't have him?
I had him last year when no one had him, if you remember that. When he went on that rampage for that 5-6 weeks.
Chanel Harris-Tavita, 477k.
He's just solid. Right. You know what you're getting. from old Chanel.
He's got a little bit better base than the others. He can kind of get you 30 points in base.
Well, and he doesn't miss many tackles either. He's very good defensively.
Yeah, he's been good. Like the last...
There you go. He's averaging 50.
55, 51, 59, 50, 74, 51. He's just been super, super reliable. He's getting kind of a try or a try assist in every game. You could do a lot worse.
He's making 20-plus tackles a game, essentially.
He's not going to score you 120 and win you a week, but he's just someone that you can kind of plug in there, I guess.
Brooks should be the guy, but he just, for whatever reason...
Yeah, you can't really go
He never
in.
really ascends to anything, eh? He's sort of just...
He'll have the odd game where he scores really well, but then Ben Hunt, not really.
Not this year. He's not wearing a Dragons jersey, mate. Not going near him.
Yeah, there's not a whole heap here. Ezra Mam.
God. How he hasn't been banned for a year, I still don't understand. Won't get into that.
Yeah.
Fuck it now.
But yeah, maybe Jaden Sullivan, if he gets an extended run, like if this is something that they're going to go for long term, but you wouldn't go this week for it. Blaze Talungi, he could be dropped at any moment, kind of. It's just, it's rough. It's very rough. Ethan Strange, he's looked pretty good, but
this is him. He's
inconsistent. Like this is the time to get on a negative 29 break even. Scores of 96 and 70 the last 2 weeks, but he's got 15s in him. Like he scored 2 15s, a 20.
When he's running the ball, excellent. When he's not, because of defensive schemes and he doesn't want to get hit, he reminds me a lot. I say this with the utmost respect. He reminds me a lot of Brett Kamali.
Yeah.
If Brett Kamali got hit early, he would never run up to the line.
Yeah.
Never.
So if I had to rank these, I'd go Dylan Brown. If he didn't have the bye, I'd have him as number one by a fair distance. Then I'd probably have Matt Burton.
Yep.
On the assumption that he's goal kicking.
I think he will this week.
And then I would probably have Galvin. They would probably be my top 3.
Yeah.
Which...
I'd go Burton over anyone at the moment.
Yeah.
Just with the way the doggies are playing. Everything goes through him. Everything starts with him. So...
Luai's a good price as well, but 340k. He just hasn't really scored well all season.
Yeah, this guy gives me nightmares, bro. Every year when he was at the Panthers, he would kill us.
Yeah, I couldn't go Luai. I don't think even at that price, 340k.
Yep.
He just, I don't know. He looks good. The problem is he looks good. Like if he looked bad, then you can kind of back on him to turn it around. But he looks good, but he's still not scoring. So
now this will be the only thing I'd say to you. Does Benji have a quiet word with Galvin and Luai and say, look, Galvin, we're going to look towards Luai for the rest of the season, obviously. He's going to get a lot more touches. Obviously, do we see what you see?
We did last week, though. He did last week, got try 41. Assists and still got 41. That's almost his...
He's a very good footy player.
Yeah.
But Supercoach not translating.
And I don't know, because it normally does. Like when he was at Penrith, he scored pretty well Supercoach-wise, but he's just this year... I think he's doing more kind of the game managing things, which you don't get points for. So as good as he looks, he's just, not getting the points. So I couldn't go him. But obviously the number one is Munster. If you don't have him, get him. It's an easy one for you. But I would assume most people have Munster already and they're looking for that replacement for Campbell.
Yep. Should we go traded ins and outs?
We'll get to there, mate. We'll get to there. I can jump in the gun.
What have I missed?
I want to have a look at fullbacks as well.
I think he's going to make some money.
Because if you're looking at Ponga, or if you've got Jaden Campbell in your fullback position, and you're looking for someone there, James Tedesco I really like. I think he's probably almost the best option. Gutho, if you don't have him, I probably wouldn't be buying him. So,
if Edwards is coming back,
Ryan Pappenhausen at 760k, I'd almost probably say you've missed the boat on him now that Meany's back and he's not going to be goal kicking, I'd imagine. Dylan Edwards, probably question marks around Origin, so you probably wouldn't trade him in. Scotty Drinkwater.
God, if Fletcher Sharp was back at fullback.
Yeah.
Bro, he's been outstanding in such a shit side.
Yeah, Scotty Drinkwater, you could probably go at his price, 700k.
A lot of people are talking about Drinkwater this week.
Yeah. Connor Tracy even is a little pod play, 570k. He's been pretty decent.
You know what he's going to do every week?
Yeah.
He's super reliable.
I I'd probably rather Ponga, to be honest, though. I think Reece Walsh is out. Latrell Mitchell, if you want to go really potty, but again, he's going to lose a lot of money this week. High
Just
break
wait.
even.
He's
Same
gonna lose
as
a fuckload.
yeah.
Just wait.
That's the problem. Like it's
a waiting game.
It's never the perfect time for anyone. Like,
got to take your risks.
yeah, that's it.
Get on tower.
Fuck. What did he score? 40.
48 or some
good on ya.
shit. Hey, could have been 70.
Just touch on Grant. If anyone's a Grant owner,
Run away.
they didn't go to Max Plath last week like me. I'll just quickly. There's no one at hooker.
Honestly, wait.
The other ones, like if you're a Starling owner and you're trying to like sell Starling to someone because he's probably peaked in price. He's got a 52 break even, scored 20 odd on the weekend. Yeah, I think he's probably a sell Starling. But again, who do you go for? McInnes is like a safer kind of 50-55 if you want to go in that
but he's
direction.
not playing the hooker anymore. He's just running the ball. So
Yeah.
it's a good.
But you're not going to get any attack out of him. You're not going to get big scores. But if you want someone that's just super reliable that you can just plug in and leave for the rest of the year, I like him. Connor Watson I really like as well. The only thing is he probably plays Origin and he probably gets concussed and injured at some point as well.
Yeah.
Blake Brayley I don't mind, but he does have a low score in him.
Yeah, him and Fanua Blake are getting better. I really like what they're doing.
He's kind of going to get a couple of try assists, especially with Fanua Blake in that side. But, you know, he's got those kind of low 40s, high 30s in his game, which worries me. But
yeah, I think he's going to get better and better with Fanua Blake.
He's probably one of the better hooking options at the moment. Like Max Plath, depending on what he does, he's coming back obviously from that. Whether he even plays this week at all, he might be a laid out. He might not play big minutes. They've got like they've got Ray Stone on the bench who can play hooker, and they've got Donahue or something. He plays hooker, so you know while over there, you just don't know. Whether he plays. They've just got such a big pack, the Dolphins. Like they've got, and they've got Molo coming back as well, so he might play through the middle. So don't know what his minutes are like. I probably wouldn't go Plath. Egan only scored 42 this week. Now, didn't play 80 minutes. I didn't watch the game. Was that like a HIA or was he just subbed off? Or
I didn't actually watch the Warriors game. It was the one game I didn't watch all season.
Because he only played 67 minutes.
Week.
So I don't know if that was due to a HIA or anything.
I'm assuming it's a HIA. No, but it wouldn't. 15 minutes. Oh, depending when it was. Yeah. I guess.
Because he's played 80 minutes every other week.
Must be an injury.
So interesting to see that. Jerry Marshall-King, he's out, so wouldn't go there. Reid Marnie.
No, he'll be in the Queensland squad.
Yeah.
He might not be playing, but he'll be in the squad, the 18.
Abby Coruscant, I do like as a buy, but I just can't get a read on his minutes.
Well, with talent on the bench, he's not playing like he used to.
Like he hasn't played 80 minutes all year, so that seems like a proper plan to not play him 80 minutes.
Yep.
Cook, no. Not with Little in the side as well. So that's kind of, it's pretty dead, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's always been a sort of deadish position.
It's been dead, but there's been like at least, a couple of out-and-out guns that you can go with.
Yep.
But yeah, anyway. Couchman's the other one that I guess people were having a look at.
Yep. He's injured this week, so don't look this week.
Couchman?
Isn't it Couchman?
No, he's not injured. I don't think so. Played big minutes, got 91 points, 67 minutes.
He has a Origin forward written all over him, this Toby Couchman.
Yeah.
Hope he's
dual position.
Yeah.
616K, so not out of reach or anything yet.
Yeah.
He's, you could do a lot worse. The only problem is maybe his minutes get reduced. Like he's played big minutes because there's been kind of injuries and stuff and he's had to play big minutes. Whether they're at full fitness and they're all... There's no kind of in-game injuries, whether he drops down to, instead of playing 60 minutes plus, he's playing maybe more 50 minutes.
Yeah.
But he looks really good. He's got a huge base.
He's a Flanagan guy, though. Flanagan loves him.
He does.
You can really see it. Comes off the field, works hard,
The next, I guess the big talking point is now the time to sell your cheapies. We've talked about kind of Shibasaki and Arthur's. What are you doing with those guys?
Arthur's will be the first one to go for me, or Toya. And then upgrade into a dog, or real cheap.
So how cheap we're talking?
Well, it depends on what
we've got
we're looking at.
Billy Smith is probably going to be one of the biggest buys this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could definitely go. Jenkins is the other one, like 48 break. It's not massive.
I just want one more week.
Yeah.
One more week with Jenkins just to see how they do things.
Yeah.
Just McLean. Hey, listen, bud.
Pass the ball.
I know he's white. Whatever the issues there. Oh, Milky.
Yeah.
Throw it to him.
Tamale and Toya, they've both done enough to kind of earn themselves another decent price rise.
Tamale goes hard, eh? Fuck.
But yeah, I think Shibasaki and Arthur's are the big two, just because of their opposition this week as well. Especially Arthur's, because he has just very low base if he can't score, and very likely he doesn't score against the Dogs.
And he's not that physical either.
No.
The Dogs are.
If he doesn't score, like even when he does score, he's still only getting 40 points. So if he doesn't score, he's getting 15, 20 points.
Yeah. I can see now he's going to take his second heat up.
Yeah.
Then really regret running as hard as...
I think out of all the kind of cheapie options that have peaked, I think he would be first to go for me if I still had him. And then it would probably be Shibasaki, I think. And then Jenkins. I'd be happy, honestly, selling Jenkins before Shibasaki, I think.
But he's made 200K, so you can upgrade well.
And Hubner's the other one. He can probably go 52 break even. Again, he's not going to lose money this week, but he can probably go. Yeah.
Yeah, with you.
All right, let's go. The top ins and outs, eh?
Yep, let's do it. Down the bottom. No.
Trade out. Jesse Uthers is the most popular trade out. There you go. We spoke about him.
The top four, you bang on.
Reece Walsh, he's injured, so yeah, got to go. Shibasaki, we talked about him. Jenkins, we talked about. Jane Campbell, we talked about. This will be quick.
Harry Grant,
we talked about. They're all sells. They've all got to go. Well, the cheapies we don't.
Yeah,
they're not urgent sells, but the rest they're out for too long to keep. Hubner, fair enough. Jack Howarth, he's out as well. We didn't touch on that, so fair enough to sell him. Kalen Ponga, the 9th most traded out player.
I'm actually shocked by that this week.
You shocked?
People are like, no, I'm not. Like, I thought I would be one of the select few off him.
I think everyone's off him,
bro. It's bad up in Newey. What they're doing up there?
Everyone's off. Nobody. I don't think anyone's keen on keeping him.
But it's like you
kind of
this week.
You've got it. You're stuck with him now.
It's like that meme with the guy hitting with the stick. Do something.
Yeah.
Do something. Stop kicking the ball.
Yeah. And Iongi is the 10th mo trade out, which I get. He's on the buy.
Upgrade. Upgrade.
My plan coming into this week was to trade him, but after his performance, I think I'll give him a couple more weeks with Moses in the team. He looks pretty good. He looks dangerous.
He gets a lot more space. That's a big thing.
Yeah. So he's kind of given time to do his thing, and I think some big scores are on the horizon for him.
Yep.
We'll go trading in Billy Smith.
You're hungry, mate. Uber Eats is sending you.
I'm starving. Billy Smith, break even -56. Looks the goods. He's retained his spot. Obviously had that suspension. He's come back and he's pushed
Mark.
No, he's pushed Mark to the wing, and he's pushed Dom Young out of the team completely. So,
well, Dom Young isn't good.
But so they obviously rate him. He's got good job security, but
he's been there forever too.
But is he going to stay on the field? That's my question with him. That's my big concern.
I mean,
he seems to struggle to get through 2 games without some kind of injury. So,
in a positive light, he's played 2 games this year, and he only missed it because of a suspension, not because of a head knock.
So what you're saying is he's due for an injury.
I hate to say that, but I'm not going to get him, respectfully.
Yeah.
I don't think I will take the risk.
And he's had plenty of attacking stats in that period.
He's a great...
Which is going to continue because he's capable of those attacking stats.
Great player.
3 tries in those first 2 games. Are they going to continue? There's going to be games where he doesn't score. He's still going to score solidly.
Yeah.
But... Yeah.
The Roosters are a really hard one to gauge. They look great one week and then not so great the next. Great one week, not so great the next.
I think he's a good option, but I don't think he's a must-have.
Yeah, agreed.
I think there's definitely reason, especially if you made a lot of money, you've got some good cheapies already, and you're comfortable with kind of how your side is. I'm much more, I'm leaning towards kind of upgrading. Unless you need the money, then he's probably the best buy of the round.
Yep.
To downgrade someone, downgrade Shibasaki to him. But if you've got the money in the bank to kind of make 2 upgrades and not go a cheapie, then I'm all for it. I don't think you need to get him.
Yep.
Dylan Lucas is the second most traded in player.
They want him back. I'm
a little bit surprised that he's that higher. But yeah, I think that there's 2 ways you go about it. I think everyone's going to want him in their side eventually.
Yep.
It's just whether or not you give him a week and you watch how that bench rotation, whether he does play 80 minutes. Because I don't think he's a must-have when he doesn't play 80 minits.
Well, that's the thing I want to see.
If he's playing 80 minutes, then I think you've got to get him in.
It's tricky because are the Knights getting desperate? Like, how desperate are they? Because if they want to win games, he has to be a part of it.
And the price is good. Like, he's only going to get more and more expensive. So this is the cheapest he's probably going to be all year.
I'm probably going to wait a week.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Just because I don't trust the Knights.
Yeah. Connor Watson is the 3rd most traded in player. I'm assuming this is probably people going Grant to Watson.
Yep. Massively so.
Which I think he's the best.
Just stay on the park, Watson.
I think Watson's is probably, by far, the best hooking option.
Yep.
But it's just, as you said, whether he stays on the park.
Just play.
And he probably plays Origin. So
he will.
The big appeal with the Roosters players is they have a fantastic draw over Origin.
Yep.
But if they play Origin, it's a terrible draw.
Yeah,
because they're missing the Origin weeks and they're missing the buys as well. Yep. So they're missing over that 6-week period, they're missing most of those games. They might play 2 games in that period. So, Carraz at number 4, I like.
Yep.
We've spoken about him. I think he's great. It's not an urgent this week. He's not going to make a whole heap of money. He's up against the Broncos this week.
Yep.
He's expensive, but
worth it. Worth every penny.
Yeah.
This is probably my next move.
Well, you throw him in the same boat, Herbie. Everything that we've said, he's expensive, lower break even, so he's probably more of an urgent buy, to be honest.
He's my next move, Herbie. He's very good. Yeah. High, massive work rate.
He looks good. He's getting the tackle busts, the offload. They're pretty similar players, Herbie and Carraz.
Very. I like Herbie. I'm probably going to get Herbie in this week. He does a lot.
Yeah.
Good weeks, bad weeks. He still does very well.
Greg Marju, a lot of center options. Obviously, people going Arthurs and Shibasaki up to these players.
The old dump and pump.
Yeah. Greg Marju, he's a good price, $570K.
He's a good bloke.
Negative 13 break even. It's just he at his worst, he's a 40 player. So as long as you know that and you're not going to expect 138 every week.
Yeah,
I think he's a great buy. I think he's got for $570K. I think he's the value pick of the round.
Yep,
I like it. I think he's the most urgent centre of those centre wings of the Carraz, Farnworth, and Marju. If you don't have any of them, I'd be going Marju first.
Yep,
just because of that break even and that price.
Yep,
and then I'd probably be going Farnworth and Carraz in that. Or I'd go Carraz first, then Farnworth. I think.
The next one confuses me, bro. Why have you not got Cleary?
Well, if you don't, get him in. So
it's like one of those sort of players. Like you take the good and the bad.
I mean, if you traded him out when he got that HIA and then you thought you'll give it a couple of weeks and he hasn't been that good since coming back, you're probably feeling pretty good. And then you've seen that 130
did he goal
or 110.
Did he goal
kicks.
He barely did nothing and goal kicked and got 116.
Yeah.
So
there's going to be games where he gets 3 or 4 tries. He scores a try himself and scores 180. So
what do they call it? Ghost points.
Ghost points.
That's hilarious.
Scotty Drinkwater.
Yep.
I think he's a good pickup. Yep. Their draw coming up is decent, I believe.
I'm scared. They've won their 4 in a row. When's the drop off going to happen?
They're looking better. They've got the Gold Coast, then they've got New Zealand Warriors, then they've got Panthers.
Panthers again.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's quick.
Then Manly.
Manly.
Then Tigers, Melbourne over that Origin period. Dolphins. They've got a pretty good long-term draw. But
then the Cowboys get a lot of selection for Origin too.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful.
Yeah. But he's over the next kind of 5 weeks. It's pretty good. So yeah, don't hate it.
Happy.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd be buying him.
Not yet. Nick Meaney's back.
I think if Meaney was out for another couple of weeks,
he's in.
Fair enough, but I just think with him back, I'd be hesitant to go Pappenhausen. I'd probably rather a Teddy. I'd probably rather... Yeah, no, that's about it.
Yep.
I'd rather a Teddy.
Yep.
If you've got Teddy, then maybe go him.
Yep.
But we'll see. And Couchman, 10th most traded in player.
God, he's good.
I think, we spoke enough about him.
Fuck, he's good.
He's good.
Is he a blue I hope he's a blue, not
Couchman?
a
I think he is,
Queenslander.
yeah. I think he's a blue.
Fuck yeah, he'll be in a couple of years.
Now, we've got a couple of viewer questions.
We do.
First one. Is Moses an option even with Origin selection on the cards? Well, I've got the bye this week, so probably not. Don't know who asked that question, but just get out the draw.
I feel like it might be like a...
But after Origin, not after Origin.
Just get out the draw. Fucking hell.
No, but
Caught that Mel my finger.
It
was a Mel.
In all seriousness, after the bye, I think he's great. I was looking at bringing him in this week. Last week, because he always goes off against the Tigers. He loves playing the Tigers.
Yep, he does.
Every time he plays them, he'll score close to 100. So I wanted to get him in, but with the bye the next round, I didn't want to bring him in and then have him off for a week.
Yep.
I think he probably plays Origin. I mean, the way he played, he was outstanding. You can't not have him in. I think probably the way they go. And Laurie Daly's come out and he's said that he's looking at playing Cleary at 7 and Moses at 6.
Yep.
So I think that's the way that they'll go.
You got it. Big game players.
Yeah, I think you've got to have both of them in the seed and the team.
Yep.
But I think the thing with Moses is he does rely on attacking stats a lot.
Yeah.
He doesn't have much base.
But he gets it done.
Yeah, he doesn't have much base. He doesn't have a heap of runs. And the other thing is, as soon as Lomax is back, Lomax will take the goal kicking, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
So, and he didn't goal kick last week either, Sean Russell goal kick, but I think that was just to kind of get him in.
Until old mate Ryle said, all right, fuck this, we need to kick some goals.
Yeah, he kicked one goal.
Moses on the sideline.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
1 from 1, and then he passed it on to
Riley
Smith. He had a shot, so I don't know what was going on really.
Fucking
but
Sean Russell's probably going to get dropped.
Well, I think he will. As soon as Lomax is back. But
he's not been good.
But I think, as long as Lomax is out, he's good because I think he'll goal kick from next week.
Yeah.
It's just who you're buying, I guess.
Yep.
Or who you're selling, sorry.
Yep. Now the next question.
I wouldn't be selling a Hines for him or
it depends on how you want to make your team.
Yeah. But if you've got Cleary and from like same position as me, I've got Cleary and who have I got?
I don't know.
Adam Reynolds. I'm trying to forget about it, to be honest.
Get Moses in this week. He'll score.
I'm tempted to go next week to Moses, but Origin's a concern. I'd probably rather Hines, I think, not as bad as he's been, but as kind of underwhelming he's been.
Yep.
I think with that Origin consideration, I'd rather someone like a Hines over a Moses, if that answers your question. The next one, is Couchman a buy with his high base stats and only missing one major buy and one minor buy? I think he's definitely a buy.
We spoke about it a lot, so
yeah, it's just
he's
again,
good.
I think if you're going someone like maybe a Horsburgh to him, it's a little sideways, but yeah, I think he's
good.
If you can find someone like maybe even a Cant. If you can go Cant to him, that's a pretty good upgrade, I think.
Yep.
Anyway, next one. Is it time to say goodbye to Horsburgh with minutes dropping? I think...
Watch and see,
I don't think it's an urgent. We don't have to let him go yet.
Watch and see.
You know what Ricky's like with his minutes. He could very well come out this week and play 65. So I think just give it another week. Have a look, see what's happening. Have another look at their rotation, what's happening with Hosking back. And then make an assessment the week after, I think. But it's definitely one to look at for sure. He's not that set and forget that I thought he might be at the start of the year, especially with that Origin period. Like he might play Origin, and then I think he is a sell over that. But until that point, I don't think he's going to he's not going to lose you much money. I think he's kind of going to just hover around. He's not going to get you a 25. Like his low score will be around 50. So definitely not an urgent sell. He's one to look at, but just
have a peep.
Yep.
If
you still have Ponga, is he a hold for the next 4 weeks, especially with Lucas back on the left?
4 weeks, fuck no. 1 week, yes. The Knights are coming 14th. They need to start moving and shaking.
I think he's a hold until Origin. If you've still got him,
I don't know, bro.
At his price,
misery. It's misery, dude.
Look at their draw coming up, though.
I don't give a fuck. It's the Knights. The Knights are the bad team.
They've got the Warriors.
The Knights are the bad team.
They've got South.
Stop.
They've got the Titans.
The Knights are the
Parramatta.
No, hold on. The Knights are the shit team.
Yeah, but if they're playing shit, they might score some points.
They won't, though. The Sharks gave up in the second half. He did
And they
nothing.
scored a couple of points.
Marju scored some points. That was it.
I think with their draw coming up, I think you can afford to hold him because he's
4 weeks?
Yep.
I don't think I can survive that long with him.
I mean, he's 591k. It's not like he's 800k and he's going to start like losing a whole heap of money. He's lost his whole heap of money.
But that's what I mean. He needs to be 800k. He's an elite fullback. They're paying him $1.4 million a year. He is one of the better fullbacks. We've seen it. It happened last year. He won Dally M.
I think he can get back up to that though.
When? Next year, round 14, when he normally does this? Like, I'm sick of it. Do something now. Do something now, bro.
I just think if you lose him, like if you sell him now, right, you've basically thrown away $200,000.
Play for the jersey. Ponga, listen to me.
Yeah. Whether you play him in your team or not, that might be a discussion. But I think if you've got him, I don't see how you I can't bring myself to sell him after losing that amount of money, right? If you keep him, you don't lose anything.
I know, but
the second you sell him, you've just thrown away $200,000.
He's got you in a chokehold, though.
He has.
That's the issue.
He has. That's why I can't sell him.
He's got you in a fucking chokehold. I made my 200k with Jenkins and 200k with Toa. I've got 200k lined about. I've got it. I'm sweet.
I think all he needs is just one big score. If he can.
But when? When do you see it? Have you watched tonight together the last 2 weeks?
Probably against Parramatta.
No, stop saying that. They're going to kill them.
Or the Titans.
Moses will. If Moses is healthy and playing, Ponga is in for the worst day of his life. Look what he did to Buller. Buller had to work his absolute dick off just to get the ball out of his own 10.
Yeah, and Buller scored like 100 and something points.
Yeah, he scored, but
I think Ponga will score. I think.
You can't score against fucking.
I think he's a hold until Origin. He probably gets selected for Origin because Reece Walsh is out.
The Cess not going. He's under 12.
And then.
Fuck me.
And then you can reassess there. But I think.
It's just sad, bro.
I
shouldn't have traded out Iongi. I should have traded out Ponga.
I think, yeah.
Fuck me.
I think if you didn't sell last week, like you've kind of made your bed, you've got to stick with him because otherwise you're just throwing away too much money.
I might just. He's throwing away too much money.
Like you know he's a good enough player where he's going to score decent for a couple of weeks and start making more money, and then you can get rid of him after that. I don't know. It's just what
he's literally got one last week.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. They do nothing on offense. It's the Greg Marzi show.
Like Iongi's going to be more than him in a couple of weeks' time.
I know. That's what I'm fucking saying, Will. Iongi, who's a rookie, 7 first grade games, is playing harder than Ponga.
Yeah.
You can have all the skill in the world, but if you don't want to play for that 80 minutes, he checks out, bro. He checks out of the games. He's probably the reason. Like he's probably the one asking to take the fifth tackle kicks, just so he doesn't have to tackle the guys. Like little things fullbacks do just to help the team out. He's not doing. I don't know. Yeah. Let's go into our captain's Karaz.
Well, what's your trades? What's your trades this
week?
Herbie.
Someone's coming in for Herbie. That's all I know. That's all. I don't know who. But
let's look at your team.
Someone's coming in for Herbie this week. It's
Jesse
probably
Arthurs.
It's Arthurs or Jenkins. I'm undecided.
For Herbie. Have you got much money in the bank?
I've got plenty of cash in the bank. Stafford Tower, shout out. But yeah, it's probably Arthurs because Jenkins I think can make
Are you going to sell Tower?
Yeah, some point. Not soon. He's
break even 63.
Oh, he'll get it.
It's probably time to sell.
Harodi. Up against Harodi.
Yeah. Harodi's been good.
Offensively. Defensively, yeah.
Okay.
If it was Ramian, nervous. But it's Harodi, so... I'm going to go Arthurs to Farnworth, and that's it for this week.
Just the one trade.
And then next week, Ponga for some fucking someone. Someone. Anyone. I might just leave it open. I don't need the 35 points. Fuck.
Fair enough.
What about
you? I'm looking at...
Sorry.
I'm probably boosting.
I'm so off here.
I'm probably boosting this week.
So off
I think I'm going to go... I've got to get rid of Campbell, so I'm probably going to go Campbell to either Galvin or Burden.
Risky. I like it. No, I like it a lot.
That's my go.
I'm happy you're taking risks. I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm
Where's
doing
his Will been? He's
and
back.
I'm looking at Fafita.
Hey, think about it. You've taken risks. You've gone up 3,000.
Yeah.
It's proof is in the pudding.
I've taken a risk and got 15 points as well. So, and then I'm thinking Cant to. I'm not going to have the money to do this.
Campbell's on big wicket.
Yeah, maybe. I might be able to go Cant to Fafita.
Yep.
And then I want Karaz. So I might, if I have the money, I might try and go Shibasaki to Karaz. I don't think I'm going to have the money to do all that.
Yep.
But that's kind of my thoughts. I haven't given it much thought, to be honest. The other one is Reynolds I want out, but I can't see a world where I want to go him to Nico. I just want to touch on Nico for a sec because a lot of people have him and aren't happy. Now,
I am.
97 is his break even, so I'm happy to give him another week. But after that, he plays, the Tigers this week, then Parramatta, then Manly round 10, which is a pretty good 3-game stretch. Then he's got Melbourne, who, to be fair, don't look that good in defence. And the Sharks seem to always get up against Melbourne.
Well, it's just that rivalry since 2014.
Then he's got the Roosters round 12. He's going to be really good over that Origin period. He's probably going to be the best halfback over that Origin period. When you look at like who's out, Cleary's out, Moses is probably out. So he's probably going to be the next. Cherry Evans will be out. He's probably going to be the best halfback to have. I think everyone's going to be scrambling round 12 to bring him in.
Yep.
Why not just bring him in now and try and capitalise on those next 3 matchups? I don't know.
Yep.
That's my thoughts.
Yeah, I like it.
But probably not this week.
Captains, mate. I want to know your captain this week.
I tempted to be just really boring and keep it on Cleary. I think.
Yep.
What about you?
You reckon?
Yeah.
Should I just go full send it?
Go on.
Because I'm pissed off?
Yep.
Should I go Ponga captain?
Do it.
Should I just fucking...
Do it.
I'm either going to go Ponga captain, Karaz captain, or Teddy. If I'm going to commit to Ponga, I'm going to commit. Fuck it.
I like it.
Fuck the pig.
I like
It's
it.
pissing me off.
I won't be doing it, but...
Yeah, why?
Because I don't think he's
When
going
he
to score
scores
that
140. No, it won't happen. No, I'm not doing it.
I think a 140 is coming, but I
I'll take it back. I'm not doing it.
I don't think it's this week.
I've told myself I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Teddy, lock it in.
Teddy.
Origin. Anzac Day. Teddy fires up for those sort of...
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going Teddy. Fuck Ponga.
What's the weather like?
Up Ted. Fuck Pong.
I think it's going to rain though.
4 p.m. though. Nice and early. Where are we, Harleyans?
Harleyans.
It is meant to rain all weekend, isn't it? Well, everyone's going to play in rain anyway, so go Teddy.
I like anyone from Melbourne, to be honest. If you're a Jerome Hughes, if you're a Pappenhausen owner, I like them. Munster, not as much. I just don't think... I don't know. He plays for 20 minutes and gives up. But...
Yeah, I'm going
Pappenhausen I really like this week because I think they're going to be absolutely pumped up. Craig Bellamy is going to give them the hardest week of training in their lives. They're going to be fired up, ready to go.
Yep.
There's a stat out there saying every time that they've lost, they score at least 38 points or something.
Yeah.
So
thanks for reading the stats, guy.
Yeah.
He always finds that mad shit, eh?
I don't know how he does.
He's got too much time. I wish I was with him.
Wish I had that much time.
Who's he support? Probably the Knights.
Probably
wants to do that over watching the fucking Knights. Worst team in the league vibes. They are fucking...
Poor Knights.
They suck, bro.
All right, let's quickly go through our trade... not our trade, our leagues. So...
Yeah, 50th.
50th, how good. That league, it's not too late to join. Maybe it is, actually. I don't know.
This is the last round.
This might be the last round.
It is.
The league code 382783. If you're not joined, you can't win.
83 teams joined. You get a jersey if you come first.
Yes.
You get nothing if you come second through to 83rd. Winner takes all.
That's true.
Our back-to-back champ, she's sneaking up the ladder, dude. I don't like it.
The winner at the moment is Matt Pain in the Haas. Very good name. 8,846 is his total score.
Yep.
Overall rank is doing really well, 154. He's absolutely killing it. So
Payne seems like a bit of a shark.
Doing well.
Is it, if that's a saying?
Oh, Matt.
Where are we?
We're got to scroll a long way. I'm 50th. You're 19th. You're doing well.
Where's our first time winner? She's sneaking, dude.
I don't know. She's not in the top 20, so. Oh, maybe that's her. Is that her? Georgia. Harsholes.
Well,
Could be her. She's number 10.
Changed her name.
There you go. That's it. Anything else to add?
No, that's it.
Perfect. Have a good...
Fuck Ponga.
Harsh. Very harsh.
Harsh but true.
I reckon he scores 150 this week.
Yeah, minus 150.
Go Ponga.